It was a show of unity in Maryland Thursday between President Trump's top advisors, Steve Bannon and Reince Priebus. As we saw a little bit ago, the two took the stage at CPAC to make the case that Mr. Trump can heal the divide within the Republican Party. On Friday, the president will make the case for himself when he addresses the conference. Weijia Jiang is in the Washington, D.C. suburb of Oxon Hills. And Weijia, what's behind the show of solidarity from Steve Bannon and Reince Priebus that we saw today?
Well, Jamie, on stage, Reince Priebus himself referenced these various reports that claim he and Bannon not only dislike each other, but they are working against each other in the White House. So this was a great opportunity to bluntly say that is not true. They praised each other and they promised to work together, then quickly shifted that energy to the CPAC crowd, urging participants to keep the Trump administration accountable and elected lawmakers so they can accomplish as many of their signature items on their agenda as possible.
That's lots of smiles and handshakes we're seeing in the video from CPAC earlier today. However, they did say they're good partners because they don't always get along. I also want to ask you, though, about Kellyanne Conway's comments. Let's listen to some of what she had to say.
I believe that Donald Trump is someone who is not fully understood for how compassionate and what a great boss he is to women. He's been promoting and elevating women in the Trump Corporation, in the Trump campaign, in the Trump cabinet, certainly in the Trump White House. It's just a very natural affinity for him. And I feel very fortunate to have had the opportunity late in the campaign to work with an incredible team. I mean, really an incredible team, to be one of an incredible team, to help him get elected, particularly against a female candidate. And Hillary Clinton should be applauded.
How do you believe President Trump has impacted the conservative movement?
Well, I think by tomorrow this will be CPAC when he's here, no doubt.
Cute in the context of Conway's comment there that by the time the president speaks at CPAC, it'll be called TPAC. You've been speaking with attendees. What is the general feeling about the president ahead of Friday's speech?
Yeah, Jamie, we've had some great conversations with participants today who admitted to us in the past here at CPAC they either booed or walked out of one of the president's speeches. But I think overall tomorrow they are excited to hear from him, because whether they like it or not, whether they like each other or not, this movement and President Trump need each other moving forward. And he has, after all, given them a critical tool for their agenda that has eluded them for 8 years. That is Republican control of the White House. Add to that Republican control of Congress. And that is why there's this feeling of optimistic energy that you can't really deny here at CPAC.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's talk about the president's speech on Friday. Given he dropped out last year, when you think about that, what do attendees want to hear from him as the current head of their party?
You know, I think what they don't want to hear from him is that he is all of a sudden this staunch conservative, because that would be such a hard shift from how he has portrayed himself. But they certainly want to hear about the issues that they care about the most: immigration, economy, fair trade, repealing Obamacare. These are things that won't be hard for the president because he's been working on them already. And so you also have to take into account all these young people here. Everywhere you look, there are groups of millennials who tell us they are dedicated to growing the conservative movement, but admit, frankly, it's not cool, for example, on many college campuses to come out and say you're a conservative. So they're really looking at him specifically tomorrow to connect with the future of this movement. They want to hear more details about all these jobs he has promised them, and he wants him to talk about student loan debt, which is something he hasn't really addressed, and of course goes hand in hand with how the economy will impact them.
Weijia Jiang, can't wait to see what holds on Friday. Thank you so much.